Hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura, and there almost was no show this evening. I didn't realize it, but Nathaniel, who some of you have listened to the show might have heard him before, he's a regular listener, called me and he said, Laura, you're not having a show tonight? And I said, yeah, I am having a show tonight. He says, well, there's nothing on Blog Talk Radio. And then I realized that I didn't do the necessary setup I need to do there to have the show. I ran out. I stacked them up and then it ran out. Anyway, I'm a little bit, shall we say, a little flustered right now, but everything is in order finally. Whew. Goodness gracious. If you would like to join our contest to win a free reading, just go to spiritmediumtv.com. And on the right, you can join the mailing list for me, Spirit Medium Laura. And by doing so, you're in the contest, which is a monthly contest, and that will be May's contest, as I've just drawn the winner for April, who is Tony. I've already emailed Tony. He's all excited. He's setting up his appointment as we speak. So want you to know that. And in the chat room, I put down everything that I go through at the beginning of the show, which is that the first 30 minutes or so we'll be doing mediumship, then we'll be doing a mix of mediumship and messages after that. I also start the show with a channeled group message, and they've been very interesting. I'm finding them fascinating. I hope you are too. So the next show will be Wednesday at 1 p.m. And you can watch the show live if you go to spiritmediumtv.com. I have a live video feed of me looking rather silly in front of an Asian screen, but nevertheless, there it is if you're visual. Okay, so let's do a little preparation. I'd like everyone that's listening to prepare with me. If you would just sit back, uncross your arms and legs, start to focus on your breath from your abdominal area. Breathing in and breathing out, letting yourself get very relaxed. And if you're wanting another side connection this evening, then please call in your loved ones from the other side. And there's one person in the queue we haven't had any success bringing in a loved one, so please call that person in. Other souls pop in easier. And also, if you have a life question, get that question stacked up in your head and ask your guides to arrange it for you. Perhaps by some coincidence or something, I'll get to you. I have to admit, though, the lines are flooded for the show, which is a good and a bad thing, I guess. So just get your thoughts of what your question is, call in your loved ones. And as you do that, I'm going to go silent for a moment and call in the Master Prayer. I will be back in a moment. Father, Mother, God, Beings, I this consumed that session for the radio show. Please invoke all requests made earlier in the Master Prayer. And so it is. So now what I'd like you all to do is on your next exhale of breath, I'd like you to imagine you're sending out your energy, and I will connect all of us. One moment, please. Okay, good. And I also want to remind you that at the end of the show, built into the Master Prayer is a request that we disconnect so you do not carry anyone's energy with you home. So don't worry about that. And I also ask that we work always in highest love, light, and protected space possible. So don't worry about that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is a little bit of channeling. 1 second here while I call in who I think is supposed to come in. Let's see if whoever it is wants to come in. We are here, yes indeed. We are the ones. As you have been hearing us from show to show, we are here this evening to talk to you all. We appreciate you listening. We hope that our messages are transformative to you, and that by virtue of simply listening, they do shift you. That is our intention here. For not only do we speak in words, but we also speak in a vibrational frequency. And when you hear it, it does align you with higher source and higher matter. It is interesting to think in terms of dimensions. This is the dimension of Earth. It is a physical dimension. It is not the only dimension. There are other places and other frequencies. that one can live and even have adventures as wonderful as on Earth. Our frequency is one of matter. We are from a dimension that is made of three-dimensional space. However, we are also from a dimension that has more than three dimensions. We have the ability to come into three-dimensional space, but we also work with other frequencies and other spaces. We try to raise you to new frequencies, to see possibilities, because that is where you are right now on Earth, and it is our purpose to help you. This is what we do as the ones, and we are being called in by those on Earth who are seeking to evolve spiritually. If you do not care for this, you may shut off your radio or not listen. However, the messages are benign in total and would not harm you or hurt you. They are merely here to help you. And so this evening we would like to speak to you about love, love of self, having self-confidence. This is probably one of the most important dimensional frequencies you could ever align yourself with. Understanding that each of you is worthy of love, worthy of care, worthy of giving. The worthy of giving is the most significant. Many of you have caught yourself in a trap, not understanding that you can contribute as well, thinking that there is something that needs to happen to you to provide to you abundance. We would like to remind you that you are all innately abundant. You all are part of the complete vibrational frequency. And as you contribute with your own specific set of skills, you are contributing to the completion of the whole. Each of you counts. Do not hold your talents to yourself. Know that you count and that your talents count. So please use what you have. Use your frequencies. Use your energy to contribute. And you will find that a benign force will come in to support you. A benign force of higher realms called God. God is your guidance. God is your opportunities. And God is your destiny. Call in for help. Ask to use your gifts in service. If you do not know what they are, ask that they be revealed to you. And when you do, you will be buoyed up to a new level, a new frequency, out of the quagmires of despair to the higher realms of happiness and fanfare. Namaste. That was nice. Oh, they were rhyming tonight. Okay, so we're going to start with other side connections. And let's see where we're going to go to Kimberly. Okay, hi Kimberly. How you doing, darling?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for saying. I'm doing great also.
Good.
Reminding myself to always say that. Okay, so we're going to see who's there for you in spirit, darling. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for calling in this evening. So I do feel that there's more of a male energy about you right now. Okay, it feels more like a father, a significant presence to him. Hold on. I'm trying to see what he's showing me. He's showing me pictures of youth, of perhaps your youth. I don't know whose youth this is. But let me just say what they look like. Sometimes Spirit will show me your life as a connection to them. So what I see is an older car, an older vehicle, and I see young people like children, two girls, dressed in clothes that look like it's the late 50s, early 60s. And they're winter coats with a kind of the way they dress then, I don't know how old you are, and I don't really know what this is, honey, so just bear with me. But like they flare out a little bit at the waist. They're kind of those kind of coats, and they're wearing boots. And there's a big car there, and the trunk is open. They're around the trunk, these two little girls. And the car kind of has those fins on the back that you might have seen in the late 50s, early 60s. I have no idea why this this is there, but I will acknowledge this. One of the girls has a dark hair and shows through his little cap or hat that she's wearing. This all reminds me of my own life when I was young, very much. And I don't know how old you are. I don't know anything, but this would have been late 50s, early 60s. Her hair is dark and it's curly. Okay, hold on for a second. Do you want to come through? Whoever's there, please. So now comes a man who's he's coming around the car. He comes out of the driver's seat, shuts the door, he comes around to the back, and he's smoking a cigarette. Okay, and there's also a female there that looks like Mom. And maybe we're going to go to Mom then. I have to let Spirit lead us. Mom has on a beautiful dress. Actually, it's more like a suit. And she's presenting to me with long hair. At that time, maybe she had her hair long, but it's light in coloring, this hair. It's got a wave to it. She's a very beautiful and elegant woman. And then there's Dad on the side. If I had to say something, this could be your parents or your grandparents, okay? And there's two little girls under there. Dad has dark hair. And he's really good looking also. It's more of a late 50s kind of scene. I'm going to give you one or two more details, see if you can understand this. Let's see here.
Okay.
Mom and Dad had differences of opinion and weren't always getting along that well. Now, from that thing right there that just comes out, do you understand? I mean, can you recognize this anywhere in your family, please, where there was a discordant relationship between two parents? Do you understand that at all?
Yes, grandmother, grandfather.
Okay, all right. Well, they come out of either side of the car, and now it looks like they had two girls. Okay, so is this the grandma and grandpa, the grandmother and grandfather of your mother, or some that you're thinking of?
It sounds like of my mother.
Okay. Now, did your mother have dark hair?
Yes.
Okay. She's the older of the two, right?
Well, when you say two,
I only
my uncle actually came next. I mean, my grandmother had many children.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, what I hear is old. Now, lately, Spirit always transposes for me, oldest of the two. So I'll just leave that a little bit loose because it could mean that she's younger of the two. They switch it around for some reason lately. And, these things change. This communication with Spirit is never perfect. She has brown hair, your mom. Now, I don't know where your mom is, if that's who you want to speak with yet. I don't want you to tell me. I just want Spirit to do its work. Okay. So what I see is this young woman, this young girl. She's 8 or 9. The child of your grandparents. Okay. And she's got a straight nose. She's got nice full lips. This young lady, and the hair's short. It's wavy. This young girl. Okay, and they're living in a northern climate. Well, I'm in southern Florida, so I'm thinking, it's cool because they're wearing coats. It's in the winter. Okay, this scene. So, did your mom grow up in a cooler climate, please?
No, she did not.
Okay. Oh, okay. Did she grow up in a climate where they would be wearing a coat in the winter?
Yes.
Okay, so then it's it could be the secondary sun belt as well. Could be this. In other words, there's a little bit difference. 40s, 50s in the winter because they're not showing me a snow scene. They're just showing me they're wearing coats, but they're not all bundled up. They like to go for drives in the country a lot. They're saying, and also do other things on Sunday. Sunday was a very important day to the family to go to church, take care of the home, and relax. They also talk about having a big family dinner on Sunday. It was very important to the family. I don't know why I'm being given this. I have to go along with it. I'm trying to land on one soul that wants to talk. But right now I'm getting the whole family chronology here, the whole genealogy of Kimberly's family. We love the outdoors. We love warm weather. We also like the change of seasons. So where they're living shows me they do have change of seasons because I'm seeing like a fall scene right now. Actually, they're showing me the trees that they turned orange and, the leaves of the trees and everything. This is a day where they're going out for a drive in the country. Your mother never would listen to us as much as the other children. Your mother had a mind of her own. And I think this is Dad speaking. I'm not developing the grandparent figures. totally, because I think they're trying to lead me into mom. I don't know where your mom is, but let me just follow it through, and then we'll let Spirit reveal to us. Okay, so your mother, Kimberly, I think Grandpa's saying this, was not the easiest child to control, or she had a mind of her own. She's very active. She's she's sports oriented or athletic. She was a little bit difficult to manage. She had a mind of her own, which is a good thing. Not a bad thing, Kimberly. She had a mind of her own, very much like you, Grandpa says, and that you have a mind of your own too. You were a little bit hard for your own mother to raise. Now your mother seems to be there with them. Is your mom in spirit, please?
Yes.
Okay. So what they're doing is opening up the door so we can bring in your mom. Okay, your mom is waiting here to speak with you. She's waiting patiently on the sidelines, and she presents in a long white gown, like something you'd wear when you're ill, and sometimes Spirit uses that. It's a soft sheer gown. It's very beautiful, and she's looking very beautiful. She usually, when they come in this way, it means that they passed of an illness and that there was a wasting away. Do you know your mother passed of an illness where there was a wasting away, losing strength over time, please?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So it's kind of interesting the way they always use this particular way of showing them that she's there in a beautiful white gown. She's light olive skin. That beautiful face again, with a long straight nose, high cheekbones, full lips, and her hair again is dark. Its original color is dark, and it's layered a bit. It's on the shorter side, but not real short. It covers the ears. It's soft. And here she is saying hello to you. She's going to go on a little bit more, so we get you more of a positive, real firm, completely confirmed ID. Okay, so Mom, step forward, please. I love you very much. Okay, you take care of my children. She's saying to you to take care of her children. There could be grandchildren. It could be other siblings to yours. I don't know. Let that go for a moment, please. Okay, I'm sorry that I left you so soon on Earth. You were the perfect child for me. Don't listen to what Grandpa says. He's just being a little bit, teasing you a little bit. She says, you were beautiful. You are a beautiful child. You were my perfect child. And yes, you were very much like me, a little rambunctious, but I loved every moment of it, getting into trouble and not always being so conforming with everyone else. You have a mind of your own, like I always did when I was on Earth. She says, now that I'm in spirit, it's not necessary to assert ourselves this way. We all can have a mind of our own, but it never seems to matter. One way or the other, we don't affect other people because nobody's trying to control us or put us into discipline. She says, nevertheless, I just was trying to explain that to you, Kimberly. She says, please let that one go. Okay, now, there's something about teddy bear or some kind of a stuffed animal that sits with you or is around you or something like that. She's given it to me softly a few times. There's a teddy bear at home. Are you keeping a teddy bear? Are you holding a teddy?
Yes.
Oh, Mama. Mama says she likes that teddy bear. She says, keep that teddy bear to remind you of her and to remind you of your own life. She says, teddy bear, take care of you. She says, now that I'm not around. She says, there was a lot of sadness at her passing. She wasn't ready to go yet. I feel there's a matter in the chest with her, matter of illness in the chest area. And usually the wasting away when they're dressed like this means one specific thing. I want to just double check with her. There's also an N name coming in, like a Natalie. Just want to relay that to you. Mommy? Okay. I feel this cancer. Do you know cancer for Mom, please?
Yes, she had breast cancer.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm going to have to file this away, but usually when they wear that white gown over and over again, Spirit, it's usually cancer and it's usually breast cancer, but I don't always go there because I can't. It sometimes can be something else. Yeah. She says I wasted away slowly. I waste away slowly over time. She says actually it wasn't detected early. She says once she knew about it, it was really a little too late to do much about it. Although they did try, she says, with chemo and other kind of medical treatments, but it was really out of our hands. It was in God's hands by then. She says you're nowhere, not all like her in this respect, in that you do take, regular screenings and all of that. But also she wants to say something else, that you're not really, let me just make sure. Hold on. You sure you want to tell her this, Mom? Yes, she does want to tell you that you're not like her at all in the area. Okay. Whoa. Oh boy, this is so frustrating. Okay, I'm going to try direct connect. I don't know what to do. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let me see here. I don't want to do BTR host 1. I want to change the host. Everybody, I'm trying to get back in.
So now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2. To speak to customer service, press 3.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Hello, everybody. Susie? Susie? Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Let me see if Susie's there.
Laura?
Yeah, I'm here, honey.
Laura?
Can you hear me on the show?
Yes, we can hear you now, and you can go back. I am announcing you'll be on again very shortly, I'm sure, and so you can continue with Kimberly.
Thank you, sweetheart. Okay,
bye-bye.
Thank you, honey. Kimberly, are you there?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, sorry about that. Now, what was it that we were saying? I forgot where we left off.
We were talking about my mother and her drifting away slowly.
Okay, let me think if I have to get the thread back. Sorry, everybody. When I dialed into Skype, there was a recording saying they're having problems. Blog Talk is having problems with their connections this evening. So now I'm using a different way to connect. Hopefully this won't knock me off. Okay, Mom, she's here. Hasn't gone anywhere. She's laughing a little bit, by the way. She seems to have adjusted pretty well, by the way, to her transition. She's quite happy with her new home. There's also something else she's showing me. A couple of things. One is that I think she smoked also at some point in her life. She does show me smoking. Do you remember, Mom, to have smoked a bit, at least when she was younger, please? Okay. And then she's also saying again that you go for regular breast cancer screenings, right?
I do.
Okay. She says you're taking very good care of your health. I was negligent in that area. I let this go on. So she literally saying she did not have regular breast screenings, breast cancer screening, mammographies, I guess is the way to put it. Do you know that, please?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and that's so she says, so long as she says you'll be fine. She was using her southern accent like you have. You'll be fine, my dear. Don't worry about a thing. You're always going to be healthy. She says, I'm happy in my new home right now, where I am now. She also shows me a dog that's with her. It's a family dog. It seems to be mid-sized, a little larger, and seems to have a brown to caramel color fur. Do you remember this dog, please?
Yes.
Okay, it's a little bit longer the fur, like not dragon, but like as if it's a what do you call that? Not real short the fur. That's how it looks. A little bit fur, like softer. You understand? Okay, the lovely dog that's with her. She says, I take care of our family dog, our loving dog, too. She says, so I'm not alone, of course, and she laughs a little bit. Very lovely person. So with that, my dear, I'm going to let you go and get on to some other callers, okay? Thank you, honey. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Carol because she's called in several weeks in a row, and she keeps getting knocked to the bottom of the queue, and I'm going to work with her. Okay, Carol. Carol wanting another side connection. Hello, my love.
Hi, boy, it's my lucky day.
No, it's well, I'm sorry that you've always gotten, but if you ever do call in again, see if you can listen, because there is a menu usually of choices, and so I don't.
Okay, I'm going to definitely listen for that.
Yeah, and I'm not
Sure,
and I'm not an expert in this because I don't call in that way. I'm calling as the host, but anyway, I hope tonight, by the way, everybody, that I don't get cut off again. But if I do, I will be back. Okay, so now let's go to you, Carol. Now, before I said I felt a mother energy around you. Now I feel more of a father or a male energy to you. I'm just going to see who wants to step forward. Carol.
Okay.
Father. Okay, now I'm drawn more to the father's side, but I also see something else there. Why am I seeing father? Because what I see is a woman who's got her hair. This is interesting vision. Tonight they're going to give me a hard time, Spirit. They're showing me pictures before I get anything else. But what I see is a woman. This could be, I don't know who this is. It's a woman who looks like she set her hair and then she put some kind of a cap over her head that's loose. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's old fashioned. It's an old picture from the past. And she's in a living room and she's watching TV, and there's a lamp there that has a shade to it. This is an older person to you. Older person. I think it's older person to you, okay? Maybe this is your mom, even though I said father. So she looks weathered in her face, a little bit on the older side. She has a strong nose and some wrinkles in the cheek area. She's laughing. Her nose is not that strong, she's telling me. All right, well, whatever. I'm not trying. Okay. And it's like a little exaggerated there. And also looks like she might have had problems with teeth because her mouth sinks in a little bit. And then she's a strong jawline. And this might be your mom. Okay.
I think it might be my grandmother, because my mom, she's going to be celebrating her 85th birthday soon, so she's still here.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so it's your grandma. Okay. All right. And so
I think it's my grandmother, yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Okay. Her nose is strong. She's lost some teeth, or she's caring to show me that she doesn't have her teeth in right now, like her jawline's a little collapsed. Okay, because she's putting aside vanity for the sake of identifying who she is. So, do you know Grandma might have had problems with teeth, and maybe sometimes her mouth, like she had, like maybe what do they call that, a set of teeth that she took out and put back in, or something like that? Because I could see that her jaw.
Yes.
Okay, so she's here now. She says she'd like to set her hair too, or at least to put a soft cap over it to keep it in place. I don't know what's going on under the cap, but that was another distinctive thing about her, taking care of her hair that way, putting that thing on. She also says she shows me that she was around longer than Grandpa. In other words, he passed before her, because I get this sense that she's alone in this home that she's living in. It actually looks more like an apartment than a house, but I can't really say for sure. Do you know Grandma did not outlive that she did outlive Grandpa, please? Do you know that, please?
Yes, she did.
Okay, so she's showing me herself at home. She's slender. She's wearing like a robe, a little bit of a quilted house dress kind of robe, and she's modest surroundings, a couch, a lamp, and I'm trying to see if it's a house. I see windows behind the couch. Okay, I see out the windows. Interesting. She shows me that this place that she's living in, when she's on Earth, it has cold winters and that the trees lose their leaves, because I actually see trees that don't have any leaves on them. Do you understand, Grandma, for living in a colder climate that lost leaves during the
Yes.
winter, please?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what else? Heart murmurs, heart problems. She had heart problems. She says that she had heart problems, and she says it wasn't just a sudden thing with her heart. This is something that went on for a while. Do you understand, Grandma, for having heart problems, please?
No, that I don't remember.
Okay, she's saying heart murmur and heart problems. I will honor that, even if you don't remember it. And there's also slenderness to her build. She's not overweight in this particular image. And she says she got thinner and thinner as she got older. She didn't have a problem with her health until she was very old, and she seems to have lived on her own for quite some time. Do you understand, please?
Yes, I do.
She says when she was younger, she was pretty strong and like an athletic type. She says she didn't really have to work too hard at being healthy, strong like an ox. And she says that runs in the family. She says you're pretty strong too, aren't you, Carol?
Yes, I am.
Okay, we rarely have colds or flus or anything, she says, and it's because of Mom's home cooking. And then she laughs a little bit. We're all good cooks in the family. Do you understand that, please, Carol?
Yes.
Okay, very good cook, she says. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this is an Italian family. Is this an Italian family?
No, actually it's a Jewish family.
Jewish family, okay. Well, Italians and Jews are
Yeah.
very similar, I guess, in this respect, because it reminds me of a lot of Italian families. I'm Italian. Good cooks in the family, good hearty constitutions, she says. She does show me, though. Lately, Spirit shows me this a lot. But even though she shows me being healthy, she does show me that when she was younger, she did smoke a bit, cigarettes.
Oh, I don't know. That I don't know.
Okay, well, I just honor that. You may be able to find that out later. You don't need to find out all these things. What we need to do, though, is to find out what's her message for you going to be, and see if there's anything else. There's also a male under her, so if I don't know which grandma this is, but
this is my father's mother, and the male is probably my dad.
Perfect, because I was going to say, she shows me the male under her, which means it's either your father's mother or it means you have an uncle on your mother's side, because I don't know more than that. But she showed me that she has a boy, a son. He's very much like me as well. And now she's laughing a little bit. She says, I don't mean to say that we're all alike in my family. She says we do have differences, but there is a lot of similarity between the generations. I don't know why she's saying that. Let me see something. Why are you saying that, please, Grandma? Because I love everybody very much. Okay. She says, I love everyone in the family very much, not because they're like me, but I just love them. And I keep saying, this one's like me, that one's like me, and you may start to think that I only like everybody because they're all like me. She says, that's not why I like him. She says, she's telling me this. Now she's shifting to something recent in your life. Okay. Now she shows me a kitchen with what do you call that? Those countertops that are made of stone.
Granite?
Granite. And have you just had your kitchen done?
No, but I want to have it done.
Perfect. Okay. So she's showing me granite countertops in the kitchen. Okay. And she was right. And she was going to show me something about you having your kitchen done. She says, you'll like it a lot better like that. And I am paying attention to what you're doing in the home. Don't worry. The money will be there for it. Don't hesitate. It'll make you feel so much better, because there's been another loss that you've had very recent. And she says, you need to take care of yourself and do things for yourself now.
Yes.
Okay, so you've had another family member who's transitioned, and I think that's who you primarily want to speak with. But
my father.
Okay. I cannot.
Her son.
Yes, you see how this all lines up. I can't do that tonight, because I have a very loaded switchboard with people. Okay, but I just want to give you a tidbit here. It's a nice tidbit. So Grandma's here foreshadowing that loss of your father, that you should have the kitchen done. Take care of yourself now. He's safe with her, and she's taking care of him. Is he the one that had the heart problems? Because I hear that for him also.
Yeah, he had heart problems, and he also has COPD, the lungs.
All right. Don't tell me anything more. Call another time or set up a private session with me. Okay, sweetheart?
Okay.
Thanks, Carol.
Okay.
Thank you, love.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye, honey. Yeah, and that reminds me, we're about halfway through the show, that if you want a private session with me, that's why I do the show. Not only to help you all for free, but also to let you know that I walk the talk and that I am a medium and that I do the work. Not only that, I'm a very good psychic, but I bring psychic work to a level of soul so that I'm working with you on a healing level, an insight level, an evolutionary level. And this is the kind of work I do. So if you want that kind of work, you know I'm credible now. Just go to spiritmediumtv.com and you'll see item number 1's book a sale session with me. It's a sale on private sessions. And as well, if you want to be in the contest to win a free reading, go to spiritmediumtv.com. On the upper right portion of the screen there, you can join our mailing list. Okay, I'm going to go to some life questions to those who've been waiting so patiently. T was one of the first people I spoke with. Hi, T. How you doing, darling?
Hi.
Hi, sweetie. Go ahead. Give me your question, love. No, give me background, just your question.
What is general love?
Excuse me?
General love?
General love? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have a hard time since I can't hear you that well, but we'll try to keep it short. General. So you're asking, is there love for you coming in, or you're asking about a specific person? You're asking about a specific person, I'm taking. Is that correct, please?
No, just general.
Okay. So will there be love coming in for T, yes or no, Spirit? Yes, you will find somebody soon. But you see, there is somebody who is in your mind from the past. May not be currently active, but until you heal that, sorry for that, but I keep hearing noises that are interfering. Until you hear that or let go emotionally, you're going to be a little blocked in the area of love. So you might want to go and do some healing work on yourself and some clearing work on yourself. And they say on a budget, the best way to do that is to try to go to a Reiki circle to clear the past. Okay, T, are you still there, honey?
Okay.
Okay, so and then that's going to bring the new person in. You can do the two things at the same time. So if you can find a Reiki circle in your area, go to that. It's pretty much just a love donation, whatever, and keep asking to be released to the past because this person is still in your energetic field. Okay, this is how it's appearing to me, and ask for that new person to come in. Let me see if there's anything else I can give you on the new person. There is somebody waiting for you. It's like on an energetic plane, and he's everything. He looks pretty attractive. He's fairly young, but yet mature enough. Has a good job, handsome, and ready, willing, and able. Is waiting for you. So go clear the past, sweetheart, and keep asking for your man to come in. Okay, love.
Okay.
Thank you, honey. Bye bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Ola, who's a frequent caller. Hello, Ola. How are you today? Just give me your question, darling.
Hi, Laura. Thanks so much for taking my call.
Sure.
Just wondering what you see. Yeah. Just wondering what you see happening after my current work contract ends.
Okay. Well, as usual, it's the same answer. Ask and ye shall receive. Seek and ye shall find. Of course you're going to find work. It's not a mystery. You're very skilled you're very skilled in many areas, and you won't be out of work very long. It will be a short interim between the two. I actually feel that you will need a little rest. And you might actually look to take at least a week off for yourself, and then a new contract will be coming in. And they're saying that you're better off with contracts rather than full-time job, because it gives you that sense of autonomy or self-employment or freedom that you seem to like a lot. And by the way, if you think the reason, you may sometimes think, why don't I have a full-time job? It would make my life more secure.
Yes.
Right? But Spirit wants you to know that one of the reasons why you don't have a full-time job is because you, at the same time as wanting security, you want freedom more.
Okay.
Okay, so it's
I do like both.
yeah. Well, but they're saying that the higher priority on a soul level is this craving for autonomy and freedom, that you like to be self-employed, you like to be able to call the shots, you want to come and go as you please. So the best thing for someone like you to do is to understand that, make peace with it. Make peace with it,
Right.
and start looking at, and I know you've tried before, but continue now to look for how you're going to be self-employed in a secure way and a successful way, because it is possible to make money off your talents, your gifts, and your skills. Now, I know you've done the massage thing for a while, or that's another thing in the background. I know that you do hosting of parties, and I know that you do office work, but I also feel there's something in you that is also somewhat like entertainment oriented. Well, I know you're tall and thin and quite beautiful. I think we've spoken about this before. You probably have the ability to model or something. There's something in the entertainment industry you're overlooking. I've said this to you a few times.
Okay.
Okay. So look.
Yeah, I have worked.
You've worked in the entertainment industry?
Yeah, I mean, just have like an assistant, but yeah, like at studios.
At studios,
Yeah.
okay. You're very good in this area, and I want to give you this as your final lead here. They seem to be your guides directing me to look back in that area, because it can lead to some big stuff for you. That, in other words, you can move up the ladder, and don't take it for granted. That you can actually get into productions, not as the talent, but producing and all of that. So get a little more serious about that, because that's where your forte is. That's what would excite you. And you and everybody listening, if you don't pay attention to what you love, you will not have the energy to connect to it properly. And so therefore, you keep having disconnects. Disconnects, that means losing the job, or never finally settling in. So you got to go where the teeth, right? The teeth are. Imagine yourself like a young puppy, and you throw it a bone. It's not letting go of the bone because it wants the bone. So go after what you love, okay?
Okay.
All right, honey. You're welcome, love. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. And I'm going to go to Nathaniel. If it weren't for you, Nathaniel, there'd be no show tonight. Thank you so much for calling me this evening. And I'm sure you heard the prior message. Did you not, Nathaniel?
Yes.
Okay, and the same message for you. It's been the same message, the same message, the same message. Go after what you love to do. Go after what you love to do. You are and this is specific for you, it's not generic, but in some way it is generic for everybody. Each of us are treasure troves. Each of us is filled with unlimited potential, creativity, abilities, and you in particular. So in terms of money and all of that, the big picture is go after what you love. Use your creativity. Take it seriously as something that will earn you money in the long run if you finally pay attention to what is the highest frequency, the thing you're attracted to the most. And don't worry so much about practicality. Now, do you have a question you want to ask besides all of that, honey?
Not really. Just, if there's an other side connection or anything, I'm not exactly sure anything will do, I suppose.
Okay, I just meant for live question, because I know what your issue was earlier today. Your mom is here. Let me see if there's anybody. I can't spend too much time because we've got flooded lines, and I've already given you a message, but let me just see something quickly. Hold on. So your father, or a male father figure, is here for you. And I hear he was a strong disciplinarian. Do you understand that for dad, please, or father figure for you, please? Strong disciplinarian.
Yes.
And actually, he says that he was too strong. Okay, and I won't have a lot of time to develop him fully as a true mediumship connection, but he wants you to know that he bad talked you. and he didn't instill in you belief in your own creativity, whereas your mom did. Okay, notice how mom keeps coming in and saying, use your creativity, you got so much. Dad is saying, I was always poo-pooing you and not letting you think that you had anything to offer. I wanted you to go into something that was more practical, that was more money oriented. And he says something about family business. What was the family business, please, Nathaniel?
Construction. I think it was more in the construction field.
And so what did you end up doing? Construction?
Some of it, yeah. I did some construction.
Well, isn't that last thing that you got hurt with the heat and all that? It was a solar plant or something? Wasn't that construction?
I was actually a security guard there.
Okay, all right. So forget about all that stuff and go for what you love. And I have a feeling that you're going to have much better results. Okay, and I know you have a short-term issue you have to address. I can't spend the time right now, but I think you're going to do just fine, honey.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, love. Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, that was a real shocker today when he says, you're not having a show? I says, yeah. Hi, Deb. How you doing, honey?
Hi, Laura. Thank you for coming on the show. I love your show.
Oh, thank you,
Your
honey.
energy is wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And now your energy is wonderful, too. Okay, so you wanted me to make another side connection, but you also had something to do with career. I'd like you to please choose what you prefer, career or other side.
I'd really like to know about my career. There's a lot of turmoil going on with that.
Okay, let's fashion up a quick question. Will the turmoil end? Would that be a good way to ask a question?
Well, should I stay or go?
Okay, let's do that, Deb. Hold on one second. Should she stay or go, Spirit? Yes or no? You should leave. They say stop torturing yourself for so long. There will be a better position for you in the near future, and that you're going to discover when you get to that new position, why did I stay so long? Why didn't I believe that there was something better for me elsewhere? The situation you're in is challenging you to have that leap of faith that the universe and God is abundant. And so that's what you're there for. And when you finally understand that you are abundant and the universe is abundant and no need to suffer, you will be released of that position. Now, I want to just see something here. Should she actually leave, or are they going to let her go? Once she changes her. See, what I'm getting here is kind of interesting. That you could actually manifest, if you'd like, a way out of that job that's very pleasant and moving, like as if the new job comes along. Like the new job comes along and you step from one to the other, kind of a thing. So I don't advise you to quit. What I advise you to do is to start thinking about the new job and shopping around. And you are going to find, yeah, and that job's there for you. It's just waiting for you, and you're going to say, why dang didn't I try this sooner? Why? Actually, to be honest, your timing is really impeccable because the job is there now, and it wasn't there before.
Yeah, well, and the turmoil that is there right now is going to be leaving, and I know at that point I'm going to be able to scoot right into the position that I've been longing for.
Oh, okay, so there you go.
Turmoil is gone.
Well, perfect.
That, leaving, yeah. So I think that you were spot on with that.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow. Yeah, and I have no idea. I'm just taking information. I'm like a dictating, what they're giving me. Your guides are giving me, and so they show me that there's a job there. You couldn't take it earlier. It wasn't there. It's going to appear to you. So they did say to start shopping around. So let me just define that a little bit more. Well, does she need to do anything now, Spirit? No, you don't need to do anything other than just keep emphasizing your work. And how pristine or good it is, because you need to, in a diplomatic way, get ready to be considered.
Right.
Right? Okay, so that's how they mean by to apply for the new job. So smile, every day, get your teeth whitened and smile a lot. Like see what I did without being too obtuse. Now, this is a problem person, I'm assuming. Well, actually, what I see is a power struggle between one person and another person, and they're both trying to go after the same reward or bone or something like there's a personality conflict. The one who's under the other guy, there's a more senior person, a more junior person. I don't know an age. I'm just seeing a man and a woman. The woman is the one that's going to go. She's going to go. And you're going to be then that position is going to be open and it'll be available for you. She will lose out in the power struggle, which is really what you want, and she is the problem personality, and she will be stepping out. It's not right. It's not going to take that long, and it's going to be so nice there afterwards, like
Well, exactly, because that's the thing. I've been offered to go along with them to follow the sheep. And I thought, why would I want to do that when that would just be following the trouble,
Exactly.
And I thought, if I wait until that trouble's gone, the gates are going to open up for me, and I'm going to be very happy. At least that's what I was hoping would come through. So you're right. I'm trying to manifest that very much so.
Okay. There was a beautiful manifestation technique that came in on Wednesday, and I'll repeat it because it merits being repeated. The beings came in, the ones, and they gave us this idea of a garden, and that in our garden we are creating or tilling our life. We're creating whatever we're nurturing in the garden. So I suggest you go into your beautiful garden and during a meditation, make a garden and create a plant there for your new job. And take care of that plant every day. And that's another way to manifest. Like, it's very pleasant. I've been doing it. I love doing it. It's like, you're creating this beautiful plant, and the plant stands for your new job. Okay, Deb, I'm going to let you go, darling.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, honey. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, everybody. Just as a reminder, if you want to be in the contest to win a free reading, go to spiritmediumtv.com. Upper right of the screen there, you can join the mailing list, and you'll be in to win for the May contest. And secondly, if you would like a private session with me, I'm having a sale. Just go to spiritmediumtv.com, and item number 1 on that page will click you through to book your own yummy, yummy private session. Okay, now I'm going to go to Mia because, we don't hardly have any time left. Okay, Mia, honey, I'm going to try to bring in your father, okay? Hi, sweetie. Now, everybody listening, I always take everybody in order, that the ones that call in early. The only reason I went to Carol is because she jumped to the bottom. She did call in early. But everybody, I try to be as even and as possible. So Mia did call in early, and I did talk to her. And we had her on the show once before, and we brought in a spirit guide for her, but not her father. And today I don't feel her father, at least earlier I didn't. Let's see who's there. Dad, you want to come in? Hold on. Okay, the first thing I get is a person who's having problems breathing. And it's almost as if is a drowning, or it could be an illness where you can't breathe anymore. But there's something going on in the chest area. So it literally could be drowning. And even when you have lung issues, you could be drowning because there could be fluids going into your lungs. You understand this for Dad, please, or anyone? Well, I didn't give you enough other, but do you understand this for Dad, please, because I'm trying to call him in. Lung. Okay. He says, I coughed and coughed a lot. He says, I was left at home alone a lot. I don't know what he means by that. I'm going to see if I can get him to talk a little bit more about that. What do you mean by that, Daddy? I was alone. I didn't live with anyone else, and I was coughing. So he's saying that he didn't live with anyone else. Do you understand that he was in his own home, please?
He hides.
That's what he means. Okay, so he's hiding his cough. Okay, and I also see that. Are you Asian? Oh, okay, because he looks Asian. He's got, Asian eyes. I'm not that versed in all of this. And he's got his hair gets steel gray. And there's, obviously some of the darker color underneath, but there is a white or a grayish thing going on with the hair. It's not crew cut short. It's on the shorter side, neatly cut. He also cares to show me that at some point in his life, he might have liked to wear a little bit of a goatee or a little bit of a mustache. You remember that with Dad, please?
No, he never did.
Okay, I don't know why he shows me that, but we're going to just leave that alone, okay? Sometimes they show me that, and it's not correct. I don't know why they ever care to show it to me, because I've never picked up the symbolism of that yet. So maybe it's not literal, symbolic. So we see Asian man, lung, and also heart issues. There's not just the lung going on there towards the end. Yes, he did try to hide his cough. There's also a son under him. In other words, you're not the only child. Seems to be a male there too. Do you have a brother, please?
Yes.
Okay. This is from another family. Yeah, another family. He says from another family. Okay. In other words, it's like a stepbrother. You didn't really have direct contact with him. Okay. Now let's.
Okay.
He was giving me the feeling. You said you didn't know him, right?
Right. I didn't know him.
And he was trying to put in what it was. He says from another family, or somehow you have a brother, but it's not directly related to you. Maybe he fathered another child, and so it's a half brother to you. But he's raised in another home. Your brother was raised in a different home, and you were never very close growing up. He says. He says you were his favorite. Okay, but it seems like you came after. That was an earlier family that he had, and then you were like a later family that he had. Of course, he was around you longer than he ever was around the other child. And he actually says, give me a number. He's saying that he was with you for, whenever he fathered you, after that he was around you for 40 years. So that means that he died when you were around 40 years old. Do you understand that, please?
Oh, no, he died when I was 30.
Okay. Did he
and,
was
and now I'm 40.
Oh, now you're 40.
I guess he's still with me.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, because he gives me 40. Okay. Okay, so he's with you for the longest part. He says, I've been with, yeah, okay, he's still with you. Thank you for interpreting this, because as you can see, there are a few glitches in the connection. But he is here. Okay. Let's see what else we could do with him. Okay, what else do you want to say to your loving daughter? I don't like anybody fussing over me too much when my health gave way, but you were the best. You were the best. The way you took care of me, the way you were there for me. You knew I had pride, and you didn't want to overdo it. So you were able to. Okay, so what he's trying to say is that you were able to do things for him, but not make it a big deal, like not overdo it. So he felt like, like he felt like you were helping him when he didn't have to ask, because it was This is interesting about your father. Very, very. He has a lot of pride, and doesn't want to admit the weakness of illness. See.
I want to ask the son that he has
Sure.
with him. Is he on the other side, or is he here?
I believe he's still on Earth.
Oh, okay. And then he just wants
90 seconds.
What was that, honey?
He just wants to let me know that he has another family.
Well, do you know about the half brother?
I do. I've never met him. I don't know anything about the half brother.
Okay. Well, all they do, honey.
I've heard about it.
Okay, what they do in the beginning of a session, a mediumship session, is bring in facts so that you know it's them. Okay? Like he's saying you have a half brother, you don't know who he is, so that you can confirm that, so you know we have your father here. Okay? There were a few mistakes, and like the facial hair he didn't have, but he certainly had the white, graying, steel gray hair. I'm sure you can confirm that. And the lung area, remember that? You can confirm that. So what and also the last thing is that he's very filled with pride and doesn't want to admit illness, and you were so good with him about that. So you're helping him, but you're not making a big deal out of it. He's very grateful to you for that. very, very, very grateful. We're going to be knocked off the show in about 20 seconds, so I just want to try to squeeze all that in for you, honey. So I'm going to let...
Okay.
All right, Lovey, thank you for calling in, and try another time again. We'll get maybe more of that in for him or something else. Okay, honey?
Seconds.
Thank you, love. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much for calling in today. Sorry about the disconnect earlier, and we look forward to doing this again on Wednesday and next Monday. Everybody have a beautiful evening. Bye-bye.